Hello, beautiful souls. It's Siobhan. This episode, we're going to be talking about anxiety, the breath, and the soul, and how they're all interconnected. When I was in my 20s, I had anxiety and panic attacks. At the time, I was learning psychology, and looking back, it made me a really good psychology student, and it helped me as a psychologist to really be able to help people with anxiety because, I knew what they were going through, but I knew how to stop a panic attack and I knew how to reduce my anxiety. And to this day, I still use those tools. So I really wanted to share today that if you're going through anxiety or somebody you know and love and care about has anxiety and panic attacks, it's really important to know that this doesn't have to be in your life for long, and you will overcome this. You can do it. I know I did it, and if somebody like me can do it, you can do it too. What I discovered on my journey was the importance of thoughts and the breath, and later the soul. We know that anxiety is caused by two key things. Firstly, our thoughts of not feeling safe, supported, and that we feel under threat. Those thoughts can be about any aspect of your life. They don't obviously need to be a reality for others, but it's your thoughts and therefore your reality, and they're incredibly powerful. Those thoughts make changes within our body. They make us tense up, so we hold more tension in the body. I always say one of the first things that we lose when we're going into stress and anxiety is our sense of humor. So if you find yourself not laughing along with others or being, triggered by other people's kind of good humor, then maybe you're holding too much stress, and you can really shorten that journey through anxiety by choosing to lighten up and go and do something and taking a break from what you're doing, breathing some fresh air, moving your body, and coming back with a fresh perspective. I also discovered that the breath is key in triggering anxiety, but also in recovering from it. It is well documented that when we hold our body stiff and we start having those fearful thoughts, our breathing patterns begin to change. They become shallow and quick. We don't take in enough oxygen and we don't release the carbon dioxide from our lungs. And when that imbalance begins to occur, there's like a tipping point. And if you go over that tipping point, your body will go into what is known as fight or flight response. Your sympathetic nervous system triggers it to keep you safe. And we're not talking big amounts, right? This is at a very micro level of oxygen and carbon dioxide that the body's always monitoring it. And when our sympathetic nervous system gets triggered, our body prepares us to either fight the threat, run away from it, or freeze. Because those are the things that historically have kept us safe and alive. So it's an amazing system of protection for yourself. And what I learned through all of this journey was the importance of the breath. That not only did it take me there, but it can also take me back out. So I just reversed the breathing. Long, slow, deliberate breaths. I could tell myself, I'm changing my blood chemistry. I'm switching off my sympathetic nervous system. I'm turning on my parasympathetic nervous system. And now that's going to take me back to a place of rest and calm, which is known as homeostasis. So I would deliberately breathe slow and long. So kind of like getting my body working for me to get our blood chemistry back in line. But I would also change my thoughts, right? I am safe. I am protected. I am loved. I am strong. I am safe. Whatever the mantra came to me at the time, I would just say it. And even if it was, I am safe and I am strong, I am safe and I am strong, I would do it. Whatever made me feel powerful in that moment. And I would accompany that with my breath. And doing that, I was able to stop panic attacks. So that felt like a great superpower, and I was able to teach it to others. So that just made me feel everything was worthwhile then. But what I also discovered, actually it was shared to me by a colleague from Singapore, Michelle Chong, who is an amazing sound healer if you ever get an opportunity to work with her. What she saw when she was helping people with anxiety and panic attacks was that when people go into such a state of fear, when their sympathetic nervous system gets triggered so badly, their soul gets squeezed out of their body and it sits slightly beside them. It's still connected, but not deeply connected. Let me explain. Instead of being fully in the body, it's connected, but your soul is slightly to the side. It's out of you. And that also really fits with some of the physiological symptoms that many people report when they have panic attacks, that they feel disassociated from themselves, depersonalized. It can feel like they're looking back at themselves. And this link to anxiety, breathing, and the soul is really key, because what it's telling us is when we're having anxiety and panic attacks, we're in a state of fear, right? And that's not only a mental state, an emotional state, but also a physical state. And so when we hold our body really stiff and our body is in fight or flight, then our soul, which is pure love, gets squeezed out and it's sitting beside us. Don't worry, you're not going to die, okay? And often that's a thought, right? When we have anxiety and panic attacks, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to die. Your soul has not left you. It's still tethered to you. But your body is so uncomfortable for your soul to be in, it slipped out. It's still tethered, but it slipped out. So breathing deeply and slowly and thinking thoughts of safety, peace, and calm allows your body to soften and relax. And then your soul just moves back in. You'll feel it when it does. It's sometimes when you're taking slow, deep breaths, after about maybe 3 or 4, that last exhale kind of is like a sigh. And you just drop down into your body more. That is the soul dropping down again, kind of coming back home fully into your body. It's beautiful. And it's also just coming to you sometimes when you're lying in bed at night and all of a sudden you jerk and what happened? Oh, I'm falling. It's just that your etheric body and your soul have just kind of expanded and moved up and might be slightly above your body, and then something happens and you drop back quite quickly. That's also that feeling. So it's a related feeling. It's different, but that's what I mean. So our soul does move around, okay? So don't worry, right? Our soul is kind of in and out of us, partially in, partially out. It's always tethered to us until it's obviously time when it does leave, when we pass over. But with anxiety and panic attack, it's not that time. And often, when those moments when we get those sleep kind of jerks, it's not that time. But if you have those, it's trying to tell you to be aware of how you're feeling physically. Are you tensing up? Are you holding a lot of tension in your body? Because you're making it really uncomfortable for your soul. And if you're tensing up, it's because you're in a state of fear. You might not recognize it as fear. Maybe you're tense. Maybe you're worried. Maybe you're really focused on work. But there is an element of fear there. So your soul is having difficulty getting through to you. And the breath is key in helping us to feel our soul and to allow it into the body. Now, your soul and your breath are two different things. Sometimes people get confused, or they think that the breath is the spirit or the breath is the soul. They're not, they're different. The breath either prepares the body for like full acceptance of your soul, or it kind of pushes it out when it's in fear. So if you're holding tension, if you're starting to get neck pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, tension in your lower back, it means that you're holding tension. You're holding some fearful thoughts. You may not even be aware of them. This is the body just letting you know. And your soul is also trying to communicate with you that you can release that tension and that fear in the body and the mind and allow the soul to be fully present. And when we do that, it feels good. When you take long, deep breaths, right? And you relax your body and you feel all the tension leaving, you feel good. Sometimes you start to feel heavy, and then after a while you start to feel light. And that's because we are lightening up, because now we're integrating more fully with our soul. Usually when we're fully integrated with our soul, we feel light and we don't hold so much tension in the body. So I really wanted to share that with you, that you can be aware of your soul through your breath. You can allow your body to kind of welcome your soul in by being more relaxed and aware of how you're thinking and feeling. And I just find that whole interconnectedness with anxiety, your breath, and the soul so fascinating, because after all, we are divine love and light. We are love. And in the existence of pure love, there is no fear. And we are fully supported. It is an awareness that fear does not exist. I hope that this helps you consider your thoughts and your breathing and your beautiful soul and that great love that you are. Hopefully you can also share this with others, and it will help them understand that the journey of anxiety is really a one back to love. I think that's so beautiful, and I hope that this has helped ease your journey. If you'd like more content on these spiritual topics, then please like and subscribe and share to those that you feel that this will resonate with. Namaste, everybody. I'm Siobhan, and I'm yours in love.